Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1:07 on a Saturday afternoon. You know what that means? Inside Georgia Real Estate with my dear, brilliant, and beautiful sister, Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta. Way! How are you, my sister?
Early happy birthday, Shelley.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. We're celebrating all week long. So, it's spring. I wore shorts yesterday.
Yes.
How does the weather, this beautiful sunshine, the beautiful weather, how is that impacting real estate?
I feel like weather predictions and weather forecasting in the spring, they're all over the place and sometimes they're wrong. The inside truth is that's what real estate forecasting is like right now.
Now, so it used to be a time when you can forecast is going to be great.
We still can. It's the experts who are coming at us with all the differentials. So 3 weeks ago, we were looking at, okay, mortgage rates are coming down, inventory's going up, buyers are gaining more confidence, they're going to be back in the market. Well, then, we bomb Iran. And now some of the experts are rolling back and actually saying that the job reports that came in not as ideal as it should be, and there are signs that inflation is actually not under control, so maybe the data the experts are looking at is changing. Some of them are rolling back on their predictions for a healthier real estate market this year.
Wow.
So what I'm feeling out there, all I can look at is what I see on a day-to-day basis.
Right,
and
right.
we our company, the Agency Atlanta, we sell a lot of homes. We interact with brokerages from every brokerage and the good ones out there. And what we're feeling right now is normal for spring.
What is that? When you say what we're feeling, what are you feeling?
There is a frenzied pace to preparation, more showings. There's more inventory coming onto the market. That's normal for this time of year. One tangible piece of data that we can look at and confidently predict what's coming is mortgage applications, and those are up. We know that showings are up. People are starting to get out and look at homes. I can tell you firsthand, people are attending open houses and they're out there browsing and looking. But what is also up are the days on market for the homes that are listed.
What does that mean, days on? I know it's obvious, but can you explain how it works?
Yes. So when somebody puts their home on the market, one of the data points that we track very carefully is how long we can expect it to take before a home sells. And we look at the trends. There's always the outliers. There are some beautiful homes that hit the market and go under contract right away, sometimes still with multiple offers. But overall for the market, we're pushing toward almost 80 days on market as the average.
That's 3 months, almost 3 months.
Yeah. And
as the average.
At average, right. So what that is some homes are taking,
120 days, whatever,
right.
Yeah.
And then some sell in less than 30. So looking at that data carefully, the algorithms can't do that. That's where people will never replace technology, or I should say technology will never replace people, because somebody has to interpret that data. They have to look at the house and say, you know what, based on what I see in your area, your home should sell faster because of what I see. Or
right.
We might need to make some changes to get your home to sell faster. Right. So what I think hasn't caught up is sellers who want to sell their home. I think overall, not all of them, but many people are still a little unrealistic about what is going to happen when they put their home on the market. I am warning all of my prospective sellers to be prepared for low offers to come in. The people are not offering over list price. People are asking for more concessions. Buyers are coming in asking for the seller to give concessions toward them so that they can help them pay their mortgage costs, their closing costs. And they are also using those concessions for mortgage rate buy downs. We're solidly at 6%. A year ago, it was closer to 6 3/4. So money's more affordable, but it's not as affordable as people want it to be. The public's starting to wrap their head around that now.
Wow.
So
404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Those are the numbers. The show is designed. It's called Inside Georgia Real Estate with Deborah Morton, broker and owner of the Agency Atlanta. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. The show is designed for you to call in and ask her all your Georgia real estate questions. You said something about tougher on sellers.
It is tougher on sellers because sellers are in the mindset still that it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and they don't. I mean, nobody wants to negotiate and give up their part of it, but we have to set expectations in the seller's mind. But specifically to the listeners who are thinking about selling, there are things you can do in advance of selling your home that will help you stand out from the competition that's on the market. And what that looks like is you look at the other homes that are available for sale, and why would a buyer choose your home over another? And that's where things like curb appeal really matters. Lighting matters. I'm going to give a free tip right now for everybody. If you're going to sell your home, change your light bulbs. It is such a cheap and easy way.
Inside or outside or both? Both.
Both. You
Both.
got to create an environment that is bright, light, and inviting.
Right.
And a warm bulb that feels good at home. You want it to be cozy and feel like with a warm colored light bulb that's not very bright. That might be your preference to live with. But when we're trying to show a house, having a brighter daylight bulb really brightens the place up, and it shows better. And it doesn't just show better, it photographs better. So that's point number 2. If your agent that you hire doesn't invest in high quality professional photography, you're missing out.
Right.
It is crazy as we look for homes with buyers, how poor homes are presented. And we wonder why they're sitting over 100 days. Nobody wants to go to an ugly house.
Right.
And
right.
the house might be fine. The neighborhood might be great. But if it doesn't photograph well, nobody's coming in.
You said earlier when you were talking, you said you're seeing mortgage apps up,
Inventories
up, and people viewing home. Viewings are up.
Yeah, so we have insights into what's happening online. So the tech companies that run all of the sites, they track activity online. So we can see views, how much time people spend on the sites, which properties are getting more activity. And me at our company, what we do is boost the ad spend on our property so that we're actually getting an advantage over somebody who just puts their home on the MLS.
Right.
It is a tech game now, and I had no idea when I first got into real estate many years ago that I was going to have to become a tech expert.
Right.
But lo and behold, you got to do what you got to do to get the job done. And I have become very adept, as well as we have hired people. Our on-site marketing manager is very adept at watching web traffic and making sure that our properties show up where they need to. And if you don't know better and you're interviewing agents who don't know how to do that, you'll be at a disadvantage and not realize it.
But when you said that inventory is up, you said home preparation, because you kind of talked about a curb appeal, things like that, and light bulbs and stuff. But what does that look like now in the springtime? Is it that people are making a call to a broker like yourself saying, I'm thinking about selling my home? Can you walk us through what that looks like if I were to call you?
Because this is what we do at this time of year. It really started in January. The people who are thinking about selling their home in the spring, me and everybody in my company, what we do is we come out and we talk on the phone first, assess, general information, simple phone call. We can also Zoom, FaceTime. We meet just to get some preliminary information. We share over electronically by email, general market analysis, sight unseen. This is kind of what we're seeing in the marketplace. At that point, the next step, we are also now using the home report card that you hear advertised on WSB. That home report card gives the consumer an opportunity to evaluate their home through their eyes. Like, it's just a tool. It's also what we use when we come out and we step through a home, and we just help people evaluate what could they do, what should they do to net more money when they sell. And at that point, you provide a simple to-do list. These are the 8, 9, 10 things you can do, little subtle nuanced things. Sometimes it's big things. And that's where a professional expert is going to look and tell you what you could or don't bother doing and what your expected days on market and sale price should be.
404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. This show is designed for you to call Deborah and ask all your Georgia real estate questions. She is the owner and broker at the Agency Atlanta, and those phone numbers are 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. We will be right back with more.